Last week at round 2 of the 2025 Pro Motocross Championship in Hangtown, there were many crashes throughout the day, but one in particular stood out. That was Lube Honda rider Trevor Colip's qualifying crash. Now, after a week in the hospital, we have finally gotten an update on him from his family, so let's get right into it. Before we get into today's story, head to the mxnetwork.store and check out our magazine. We currently have all of our past issues and 2025 issues available. Issue number 17 is currently in production, and issues number 18, 19, and 20 are in the editing process. They'll be available soon for pre-order. So if you want to support our work and help keep the moto magazine industry alive, head to the mxnetwork.store and snag a copy of our magazine. Here's a quick look of the ones we have on hand. Issue number 15, Ken Roxon. 16, 15, Malcolm Stewart, Hayden Deegan, and Joe Shimoda. We have a bunch more available on there as well. Huge thanks to all of you who already bought a copy. Your support means the world to us. Last weekend at round 2 of Pro Motocross at Hangtown, Lube Honda rider Trevor Colip was involved in a gnarly qualifying crash that resulted in a red flag. Partzilla Kawasaki rider Hunter Yoder tipped over on the first roller/jump, whichever you want to call it, after the finish line. Colip clipped his downed bike and went flying over the handlebars down the hill, resulting in some serious injuries. Before we get into those injuries and the update, let's first take a look at his crash. Here's that clip.
That's Hunter Yoder. Uh-oh, bad spot.
Oh. Yeah, that kid did actually a really good.
Although it's hard to see exactly what's wrong with him in the video, I figured it was going to be a hip, leg, or knee injury of some sort, which it turned out it was, but he also had a lot of complications afterwards in the hospital. Turns out he did break his femur, which on paper, yes, that sucks, but it's nothing too major. The big problems came after that. According to an update released by the Colip family, after being put into traction to treat his broken femur, I put an example of a femoral traction treatment on screen. It basically pulls the femur in place. I believe anyway, I'm not a doctor, but that's what it is. He became unresponsive after that and suffered many, many strokes, resulting in brain damage. Now, how did this happen from a broken femur? Well, upon further investigation, the traction of the broken femur released fat globules into his bloodstream. Colip had a small hole in his heart, specifically the upper right and left chambers. This is where the fat globules entered his bloodstream, allowing it to travel to his brain, causing many, many strokes, according to their doctor. As of now, Trevor is alert and communicating. This week, he will be undergoing 2 more surgeries, one to fix the hole in his heart, mitigating any further damage, and another one for the femur. Now, here's the full release from the Colip family. It reads, quote, Trevor was alert and responsive and fully cognitive upon entering the hospital. After being put into traction, Trevor became unresponsive. Upon later evaluation, it was determined that Trevor had, quote, many, many strokes, resulting in brain damage visible via MRI. It was discovered that Trevor has a small hole between the upper right and left chambers of the heart. The activity to put the femur into traction released bone marrow containing fat emboli into his bloodstream, and the hole in the heart allowed the fat emboli to travel to his brain, causing the strokes. Following this, Trevor had a surgery to temporarily stabilize the femur with an external fixator last weekend. He will be undergoing 2 surgeries early this week, one to repair the PFO in his heart to mitigate further damage to his brain in advance of femur surgery, and one to repair the femur. The damage to his brain has not been fully determined at this time, and the recovery process is yet to be determined. As of this update, Trevor is alert and communicating. We are focusing on the small wins. He still has a long way to go. We are limiting his contact with people outside of our immediate family to allow him the rest he needs to focus on recovery. We greatly appreciate everyone that has reached out to us/him to support and pray. Prayers are being answered daily. I really don't know what to say. What a sport. Who would have thought that a crash like that would turn out like this? I mean, it did look rough, but who would have thought it'd turn out like that? It truly is one of the gnarliest sports on the planet, and we've been just beat down quite a bit lately. Between Jerry Robbins' injury, the death of Australian rider Joel Evans, and now this, I'm kind of at a loss for words. All I have to say is we're wishing Trevor Colip the best. We'll keep him in our prayers and hope for a speedy recovery. If the family sets up a road to recovery or a GoFundMe of some sort, I'll let you guys know. I'm sure raise a lot of support. So yeah, keep him in your prayers. To Trevor and the Colip family, we're wishing you the best. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Go show Trevor and the Colip family some love in the comments down below. Also, don't forget, if you want to support our work, head to the mxnetwork.store and snag a copy of our magazine. Again, huge thanks to all of you who bought a copy. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.